Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Reddit Cheating Stories. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with the first story. I found something on her phone. The conversation was silenced, so there were no notifications, but I saw the conversations. There was nothing explicit yet, but it was definitely entertaining and attention-seeking. I have the number, and I'm tempted to call this man and blow it all up, but the other side of me wants her to open up and be honest about why she did it. I'm struggling with this dilemma. Any advice? Cheaters are never honest. That's the first thing you should know. Second, don't blow it up. Wait and watch. You deserve to know how far she will go. Then you leave and find someone faithful. This is sound advice. Watch and wait. Her turning off the notifications on her phone clearly shows an intent to cheat. That's actually somebody who would be more prone to adultery and knowledgeable of it than just an ordinary person. So I think you were already in a bad situation just because of this. Whenever you do check it out, make sure you take plenty of screenshots for evidence, as she will deny everything. The fact that she turned off the notifications makes me think that this is not her first rodeo. See, my husband has never had notifications on. He says they bug him. Wouldn't be the first person I've heard to do that. And though I've never caught him cheating, he was watching live of videos a while back and looked up a happy ending massage parlor in his Google history. And when I went to look through it again, everything had been deleted. Since then, feelings arise. He's also home a lot, a great dad, and a solid husband, not great but there if I need him for most things. He's a says more than he does kind of guy. Sorry, my vent, just wondered what you thought from your comment and maybe make op feel less alone. As far as your post-op, I agree with others who say watch and see, don't let him know you know, or he'll just hide it better. Op. Either you open up dialogue or you don't. If you don't, then this could lead her to actually physically cheat. Either way, there is an issue, it is how you handle the issue. Even emotional cheating is a deal-breaker to some. Even if you were to talk, and she opens up and tells you everything, promises to stop. You might never truly trust her and be worrying all the time of when it's going to happen again. Once trust in any relationship is broken, it is hard to ever fully get it back. If you want to save your marriage, you talk to her now. Have an open and honest discussion. Tell her how you feel and tell her to be honest with what she wants moving forward. If she wants to save things, she will have to make changes. Cutting all contact with AP, giving you 100% access to phone, account passwords, location sharing, etc. She should never delete any texts or calls and should not silence or hide anything ever. Then you should start counseling. I'm a firm believer in working things out when you are married if at all possible. It doesn't sound like they've had sex or even gotten sexual in their messages yet. Honesty and boundaries are important in a marriage. This relationship is crossing boundaries, but that doesn't mean your marriage can't be saved. People here love to rush to divorce, and typically in cases of infidelity, I'd agree. But this isn't there yet in my opinion, and you may be able to prevent it and even strengthen your marriage if you work the problem now. Sure, she may just pretend and play nice for a while before actually cheating. She may not, though. If I were you, I'd rather know when it was all said and done that I did everything I could and made every effort to save my marriage. At least then, you won't spend your life wondering, what if? Story 2. My boyfriend's cheating, and I don't know what to do now. I, F27, woke up for work this morning and saw my boyfriend, M36, texting someone. When I asked who, he told me to mind my business. Well, I waited until he went back to sleep, which he was still drunk, and I found out that he was stalking and swapping pics with a bunch of women. One of them is trans, who hasn't had surgery yet. Now before people start coming at me, I have absolutely no issue with the trans or LGBTQ+ community. However, these messages and photos made me feel hurt, confused, and not good enough. Not saying the other messages didn't make me feel the same way, but the ones with her did more so. I just don't know how to go about handling this situation. Obviously, I will tell him I know, but from there, I just don't know. Now I have to get through a 10-hour shift at work and be productive. A close friend got with my partner. I, F17, reconnected with someone I had liked for a while, and eventually, he, M17, asked me out. I wanted to take things slow as I had been cheated on before and wanted to make sure it wouldn't happen again. The beginning was amazing despite him living in a different state, so we didn't get to see each other much. Eventually, I made a group chat with friends and him in it. He got very close with one friend, and I was happy about that at first. However, the way they talked started getting weird, flirting and basically having sex in the group chat, but I brushed this off. Eventually, I hung out with the friend. At this point, I had not called my partner in about a week as he was always busy. While we hung out, he texted me saying we could call. The friend jokingly complained, saying something along the lines of, "I guess I'll have nothing to do tonight. We've been calling all week." I was obviously very confused, and after taking a couple of days to think, I asked my BF. He made excuses, saying he spontaneously freed up and felt bad he didn't tell me. I accepted this, despite the fact that when he rejected my calls earlier, it was for reasons that he simply couldn't have freed up from. I went on a trip that week, and they hung out alone at his house and didn't tell me until hours later. At this point, we barely talked or called. After I got home, he wanted to take a break, for different reasons, and I agreed as the entire situation weirded me out. I asked close friends who knew the friend about their opinion. He soon asked that this break become permanent. A few days after, the friend posted at my ex's house wearing his hoodie that was given to me at some point. I started telling more friends as I didn't know how to feel, and the friend confronted me later that day. He told me he overheard stuff and that it wasn't true, although admitting they did like each other and were flirting almost our entire relationship. I was over it at this point, and I told another friend about the conversation. This friend told me that they had screenshots of them cheating and that the friend who my ex cheated on me with went around telling friends they were going to hook up the day he posted wearing ex's hoodie. I was upset at this point as my friend gaslit me earlier, telling me nothing happened between them besides flirting and that he felt bad. Since then, I've received confirmation from multiple people that they hooked up. I had a falling out with both of them because they gave me different stories, and I felt so betrayed. The friend I lost was close to me, and during the falling out, he claimed I insulted him, despite not doing so at all. They both had done similar things before, and I should have been wary. I feel bad for telling people before I knew for sure. The friend has had this done to him before, and he treated those people terribly, cursing them out and spitting on their things. I don't want to sink to his level. Story 3. My boyfriend cheated on me with a stripper, and less than a week later, he went out with his ex. Am I wrong to forgive him? A few weeks ago, my boyfriend, 24M, went out with his friends and ended up at a strip club. I, 24F, have nothing against strip clubs since I have been to my fair share of them over the years. I was not even upset that he got a lap dance. However, during that lap dance, the stripper put her hands down his pants and proceeded to jerk him off. I ended up ending it, and 5 days later, he went out to the bars we frequent. And I work at, with his ex. I may have acted a little crazy and left work at the bar I work at to talk down the street and confront him, where he said they were just friends. We ended up screaming at each other for an hour and a half, and I ruined his friend's night. I have no remorse other than the fact that I looked a little crazy. The next day we had a talk, and I was devastated and hurt, and I had never felt more like nothing in my life. For a little background, I'm 14 months sober. I spiraled and lost every ounce of common sense I had. I ended up outside his apartment with a bottle of tequila. I gave God until 8 p.m. to send me a sign, or I was going to get blackout drunk and make a fool of myself. But my boyfriend called my mom, and at 7:58, damn it, she pulled up next to me. I took that as my sign and handed over the bottle, cried a lot more, and then he asked, once I calmed down, if I wanted to talk. I went to his apartment, and we talked for a very long time. We talked about what happened, what could have been better, and how we can move through it. We decided to try and work things out. He never did anything like this before, but people are telling me they support me or that I'm stupid. I don't know what to think, and I'm scared of being hurt again. Was I wrong to forgive him? Thank you for watching the guys. If you liked it, please a like and make sure to comment to tell us what you would have done in this situation. Also make sure to check the description box if you want to have better relationships or lose that extra weight you can't get rid of. And if you want some videos like this, make sure to check one of these. See you soon.